So unfortunately, I will not be able to dictate so that you can write. So just go over the overall meaning, just go through what Guruji has said. Okay. Verse 14. Kamala dalamala komala kanti kala kalitamala bhalalate. Your forehead is like a pure lotus petal with charming radiance and with the crescent moon adorning your flawless forehead. Sakala vilasaka, sorry, Sakala vilasakala nilayakrama keli chalatkala hamsakule. All manifestations in artistic sequence are playfully agitated by you, who is Kalahamsa and Kula. Alikula, Sankula, Kuvalaya, Mandala, Mauli, Milat, Bakulalikule. A swarm of bees gather over the water lily arrangement which is attached on your crown and on your crown, who is Bakulali Kula. This verse refers to Tirodhanam, which is the veiling of the self, veiling of our true self by Devi's Maya Shakti and her manifestations. Kalahamsa Kula means the manifesting Shakti of Nirguna Brahman. In her form as Kalahamsa Kula, which is a manifesting Shakti of Nirguna Brahman, she veils everything. And then we are all restricted to our own worlds of I, mine, my likes, my dislikes, and so on. The Devata is Shambhavi. Okay. The function is Tirodhana and Devata is Shambhavi. This is verse 14. Verse 15. Kara Muralirava Vijita Kujita Lajjita Kokila Manjumate. The soothing, cooing like sound from your hand flute puts to shame the cuckoo birds who have the sweetest of minds. The soothing, cooing sound that comes from your hand flute puts to shame cuckoo birds who have the sweetest of minds. The next line, Milita Pulinda Manohara Gunchita Renchita Shaila Nikunjagate. In the Pulinda mountain, which is red in color, there is a forest grove where you dwell. Like I said, these are not the exact word split meanings. This is the general meaning of what the verse is trying to convey. So the meaning is, in the Pulinda mountain, which is red in color, because of these, the Gunja seeds, there is a forest grove where you dwell. Nija Guna Bhuta Mahashabari Gana Sadguna Sambhrada Kelitale. Your own collective beings and the great Shabari group endowed with good qualities is your place for play. Okay, basic, it means that this forest grove where she dwells has her own forest tribe group, and they all have good qualities, and that is her place for play. The verse refers to sthiti or sustenance. So Devi takes care of her manifestations. The sthiti function, the sustenance, is mentioned here. Okay. The Devi is Shankari. Devi is Shankari. Verse 16. Kadi tada pita dukula vichitra mayukha tiraskrita chandraruche. The yellow garment lining your waist has brilliant rays which excel the moon rays. Basically, what it means is that she's wearing a brilliant yellow garment around her waist, which excels the shining of the moon. The yellow garment lining your waist has brilliant rays which excel moon rays. Pranata Surasura Mauli Manispura Danshula Sannakha Chandraruche. The shine from the gems on the crowns of Devas and Asuras who bow to your feet cause a glow on Devi's nails like moon rays. So Devi's nails are glowing like moon rays because the light from the gems on the crowns of Devas and Asuras reflect on her nails. Basically, it means that all Devas and Asuras are bowing to her feet. And when they bow, their crown, the gems from their crown, they strike Devi's nails and her nails glow like moon rays. Then, Jita Kanagachala Mauli Madorjita Nirbhara Kunjara Kumbhakuji. Your pot-like breasts excel the golden mountain peak and the forehead of maddened, unrestrained elephants. Okay. Her breasts excel the golden mountain peak and the forehead of maddened, unrestrained elephants. So maddened elephants have a liquid that's oozing from them, which symbolizes nourishment. Breasts also symbolize nourishment. The hips, the yellow garment around her waist, hips represent creation, reproduction. So this verse is referring to the function of Srishti or creation. Okay, Srishti or creation. The Devata is Bhavani. Devata is Bhavani. Now verse 17. Vichita Sahasra Karaika Sahasra Karaika Sahasra Karaika Nute. The one who was victorious in the fight with the 1,000-armed one. That is Kartavya Veera Arjuna. First, there are three persons who are referred to here. 3,000-armed ones. The first one is Kartavya Veera Arjuna. Who defeated Kartavya Veera Arjuna? It is Parashurama. So the first reference is to Parashurama. The second 1,000 rays, 1,000-armed one, is the sun, Surya. So the second Sahasrakara is referred to Surya or the sun. And the third one is Krishna, Sahasrakara. Krishna in his form as Vishwarupa, the Virat Swarupa. So these are the 3,000-armed ones who are referred to in this first line. First is Parashurama, who defeated Kartavya Veera Arjuna. The second is the sun or Surya, because has thousands of rays. And third is Krishna, who also has 1,000 arms in his Virat Rupa or the universal form. The second line. Krita Surataraka Sangarataraka Sankarataraka Sunusute. The mother of Shiva's son. Shiva's son is Kartikeya, who is the commander of Deva armies. So as the commander of Deva armies, he killed Tarakasura. So he is who is the killer of Tarakasura and protector of Devas. So mother of Shiva's son, who is the killer of Tarakasura and the protector of Devas. The third line, Suratha Samadhi Samana Samadhi 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 Sujatarate. So Devi, who gives Suratha's Samadhi, Suratha's accomplishment. So what did Suratha want? He wanted his kingdom back. Okay. So she gives that. She gives material benefits also. And an equal one's accomplishment and Samadhi's accomplishment. Samadhi, the merchant Samadhi in Devi Mahatmyam, Samadhi wanted spiritual knowledge or Brahmajnana. She gave that. So she gives material benefits, she gives spiritual benefits, And an equal one's accomplishment means that she gives both. If you ask for material, she gives that. If you ask for spiritual, she gives that too. So it is not one or the other. It is not only material or only spiritual. It can be both, bhakti and mukti. She gives both. Okay. Now here, because there is reference to Parashurama, to Krishna, to Kartikeya, the function here is samhara or destruction. The universal function of samhara, where she destroys everything. And the Devi is Durga. Samhara or destruction, and the Devi is Durga. Now we come to the 18th verse. Pada kamalam karuna nilaye varivasyadi yonu dinam sashive. Whoever worships your lotus feet every day, O auspicious one. Okay, that is, it's a half a sentence. Whoever worships your lotus feet every day, O auspicious one. The next line completes it. Ayi kamale kamala nilayas sakatham na bhavet. O Mother Kamala, who dwells in the lotus, she makes that worshipper an abode of Kamala. Without doubt, it happens. So whoever worships your lotus feet every day, Kamala, Mother Kamala, that is Devi in her form as Lakshmi, makes his dwelling place or her dwelling place, her own abode, her own staying residence, which means in that person's house, that person himself or herself becomes an abode of prosperity and abundance. The third line, Tava padameva param padamityanu mama kimna shivi. Your feet alone is the supreme achievement. So, by continuously contemplating them, everything is taken care of. Devi's feet is the supreme achievement. So, if we continuously contemplate on her feet, we constantly meditate upon her, all our desires and needs are taken care of. Now, this is individual manifestation. The individual, we come now from the supreme functions, now we come to the three Mahashaktis. So the first Mahashakti referred to here is Lakshmi. So Lakshmi is the Devata of this verse. And this is the individual manifestation corresponding to Lakshmi. Then verse 19. Kanaka lasatkala sindhu jalairanu shinchinute gunarangabhuva. The precious, lustrous arts flow smoothly like the Sindhu water in your virtuous, artistic home. Precious, lustrous arts, any kind of arts, they flow smoothly like the Sindhu water, the river of the Sindhu, the water of the Sindhu river, in your virtuous, artistic home. Bhajati sakimna shachi kuchakumbha tadi parirambha sukhanubhava. Those who pray to you, they will be able to experience the heights of pleasure to their senses. Just like Indra enjoys the embrace of his spouse. Those who pray to you will be able to experience the heights of pleasure of senses, just like Indra experiences the pleasure of the embrace of his wife, Shachi. Third line, Tava charanam sharanam karavani natamaravani nivasi shiva. Your feet, which are auspicious, I take refuge in them, I bow to them. Eternal words of the Vedas and other scriptures reside at your feet. So your feet, which are auspicious, I take refuge in them, I bow to them, and all the eternal words reside at your feet. So this refers to Saraswati because arts is mentioned. It's all the arts, everything. Everything good is an art. It's a kala. So this refers to Devi Saraswati, and the Devata is Saraswati. This Mahashakti is Saraswati here, referring to the arts. Verse 20. Tava vimalendu kulam vadanendu malam sakalam nanukulayate. Your pure moon group. Your pure moon group. The moon group means the Nitya Devis. The Devis of each day of the moon. The Nitya Devis. The pure moon group, who are the Nitya Devis. Like your moon face, just like your moon face, both Devi and Nitya Devis, they act as a bank or a barrier for all impurities. So Devi, along with her Nitya Shaktis, they prevent any bad things or impurities from happening to us. Kimu puruhuta purindu mukhi sumukhi bhirasau vimukhi kriyate. What can turn away the faces of beautiful damsels who live in Indrapuri? What can turn away the faces of beautiful damsels who live in Indrapuri, in Indra's kingdom? The meaning is that nothing can turn away the faces of these damsels from the sadhaka. So if somebody is doing sadhana of Devi, and even the damsels, that all the different groups like Apsaras, Kinnaras, all of them, they will never turn away from that sadhaka. They will bless that sadhaka. Third line. Mama tu madam Shivanamadhani bhavati kripaya kimudakriyate. In my humble opinion, anything is achievable with your kindness. And who is this you, your kindness? Who does not keep anything but Shiva's name as her wealth. Devi does not keep anything but Shiva's name as her wealth. And with Devi's kindness, anything is achievable. It is, Shankara is saying that it is his humble opinion. So if Devi graces us, then nothing is impossible. Anything can be achieved. The Devi here is Parvati. And Parvati has two variations. So Nitya Devis are mentioned here. So Parvati has two variations. One is the fair Gauri, who represents the Shukla Paksha. I keep confusing between waxing and waning. Waxing is from Amavasya to full moon, to the Paurnami, right? Correct, right? Okay. So waxing moon. So Gauri is the waxing phase of the moon. Okay. And the second variation of Parvati is Kali, who is dark in color. And she represents the waning phase of the moon. Both of them together represent the time and space continuum. So the Devi here is Parvati. So she takes care of everything. Everything in time and space. If we do her sadhana, we humbly bow down to her, she takes care of everything. She keeps away all impurities. She removes all barriers. And she helps us achieve anything that we want. So Devi here is Parvati. Both are time, and Gauri and Kali, they both represent time because they are both different phases of the moon. It is time and space. Space because it is a whole month, right? So there are different days, and when you have time, there is always space. Okay? Yeah, I will do that at the end. We'll go over all the high level meaning of the verses as well as all the Devis at the end, after this, after the 21st verse. Okay, please hold on. Then the last verse. Okay, the last verse is the most defining verse of the stotram. Ai mai dina dayalutaya kripayaiva tvaya bhavitavyamumi. This, O Devi, Uma, who is compassionate to the weak, please be compassionate to me as expected. So, O Devi Uma, who is compassionate to the weak, I know that you're compassionate. I expect you to be compassionate. So also please be compassionate towards me. Ayi jagato janani kripayasi yathasi tathanu midasirate. O Devi, Mother of the universe, you are naturally compassionate. And that is the opinion about you. You are compassionate, and we all know. Our opinion is that you are compassionate. We know that you are compassionate. Yaduchidamatra bhavatyurari kuruta durutapama pakurute. Whatever is appropriate, that much as you feel is admissible, please do it. Okay? Whatever is appropriate, what you feel is admissible, that much, please do it. Remove difficult troubles. Remove difficult troubles. So this last verse, Devi is Uma, and Uma represents the supreme Prakriti. Uma is the Shakti of Shabda Brahman. Shabda Brahman is Pranava, Om. So as Uma, she is creation. And in this verse, we are asking her, she's saying we are compassionate. Please be compassionate towards us. But please only do as much as I can handle. You know me. You are my mother. You know what I can handle. You know what my capacity is. So please give me only what is appropriate and only according to my capacity. The reason is so that we can make a safe and staged progress based on maturity. Instead of directly jumping into self-realization and enlightenment, which can get us into trouble, we're asking Mother, you know, you are my mother, you know me. So give me, so I may demand anything, but please give me only what I need it right now and based on my capacity, so that I can make a proper and staged progress towards self-realization based on my maturity. The Devi is Uma. Okay. So these were the 21 verses. So we'll go over just verse and who's the Devata. Okay. So before that, Guruji had given us a short idea of what the staged progress is. Okay. So verse 1 was introduction to Kundalini movement. How Devi as Kundalini Shakti moves in us. It was an internal movement of Kundalini. That was verse 1. Verses 2 to 6 was pre-realization. What happens before realization? What are the obstacles to overcome before getting realization? Verses 2 to 6. Verses 7 to 12 was realization and what happens after that, the post experience. Verses 7 to 12, realization and post experience. verses 13 to 17 are the primary functions of Supreme Shakti. The primary functions of Supreme Shakti. And what are the primary functions? Anugraha, Tirodhana, Samhara, Sthiti, and Srishti. Verses 18 to 20, 18, 19, and 20 are the supreme manifestations as Lakshmi, Saraswati, and Parvati. Verses 18 to 20. Supreme manifestation is Lakshmi, Saraswati, and Parvati. And the final verse, verse 21, is closure as Uma, who is the female version of Om, the Shakti of Shabda Brahman, Shakti of Om. So this was the division of the verses on how we can progress towards self-realization, what happens after self-realization. Okay, so let's look at the Devatas. Verse 1, the Devatas are the Navadurgas. Okay, Navadurgas are Shailaputri, Brahmacharini, Chandraghanda, Kushmandha, Skandamata, Katyayani, Kalaratri, Mahagauri, and Siddhidatri. Verse 1. Verse 1, like I said, it was introduction to Kundalini. Verse 2, Devi is Mahishasura Mardini. And the right interest and attitude of the aspirant towards learning was discussed. Verse 3, Devi is Mahakali and the tamas obstacle of likes and dislikes, neutralize likes and subdue dislikes. Verse 4, Devi is Mahalakshmi and the second rajas obstacle of Vikshepa or tossing of thoughts was discussed there. Verse 5, Devi is Shivaduti. Here, conflicting forces at work. The aspirant who has overcome the tamas obstacle but is still deluded by Maya wants to move forward, but Devi does not allow that aspirant to move forward until that aspirant is ready. So Devi pushes us down. That is the 5th verse. Devi is Shivaduti. Verse number 6. Verse number 6, Devi is Bhadrakali. All false ego has to be surrendered to Devi. Complete surrender is required to move forward. Verse 7, Devi is Mahasaraswati. And the Sattva obstacle was discussed. The subject and object relationship has to be removed. Verse 8, Devi is Kaushiki and Atma-jnana, individual awareness, where the individual, the sadhaka, becomes the witness. That is the gist of the verse. Okay. Devi is Kaushiki. Verse 9, Devi is Chandika and supreme awareness or Brahma-jnana, where the sadhaka experiences oneness with the overall rhythm of nature. Oneness with nature is Brahma-jnana. Sorry. Verse 10, Devata is Ardhanarishwara, Shiva and Shakti. Half Shiva, half Shakti, Ardhanarishwara. And here, realization of Samarasya Bhava, that Shiva and Shakti are one. They are present internally in us and externally in everything. The Samarasya Bhava. So here, at the end of the 10th verse, individual progress is complete. Vyashti has joined Samashti. Then verse 11, after complete realization is happened, then rebirth happens with tattvas, with the 5 tattvas. Rebirth with tattvas. The devis, there are 5 devis here. Brahmari, space, the tattva of space. Nanda, air. Shakambari, Agni. Bhima, water or jalam. Agni is fire. Then Raktadantika, who is Prithvi or earth. So 5 devis are Brahmari, Nanda, Shakambari, Bhima, Raktadantika. 5 devis in verse 11. Verse 12 is now external interactions or external manifestation is discussed. And the devis are the Matrika devis. Guruji did not give the names of the Matrika devis because some cases there are Sapta Matrikas, there are Ashta Matrikas also. He just said Matrika devis. Okay? And this is external interactions and manifestations with the Matrika devis. Verse 13 was Anugraha or revealing, and Devi is Jagadhatri. We discussed all of this just now. Okay? So I'll quickly go over this. Verse 14 is Tirodhana, and Devi is Shambhavi. Verse 15 is Sthiti, and Devi is Shankari. Verse 16 is Srishti, Devi is Bhavani. Verse 17 is Samhara, and Devi is Durga. Verse 18, from verse 18 to 20 is individual Shaktis. So verse 18, Devi is Lakshmi. Verse 19, Devi is Saraswati. And verse 20, Devi is Parvati. And finally, verse 21, Devi is Uma, the Supreme Shakti. Verse 14, Devi, 1 minute. Verse 14, Devi is Shambhavi. Shambhavi. Verse 1 is Navadurga, yes. Okay. So Kavitaji, let's go over to Kavitaji. Are you ready, Kavitaji? Okay. So please, we'll go over to Kavitaji. Please get prepared to practice. She'll go over the whole sequence on how to do it.
So we have learned about the 21 chants, but before that, Guruji have actually taught us how should we chant this on a daily practice. So first, this is a 6-step process. Step 1 is physical cleansing. I'll first go over the steps. Step 1 is physical cleansing. Physical cleansing basically intend to have a minimum cleansing of the exposed areas of hand, feet, and face, if not comfortable to do a complete bath. So physical cleansing first. After physical cleansing, ensure you wear very clean clothes. That is step 1. Step 2 is about lighting a lamp. Step 2 is lighting a lamp. Prefer to have 2 wicks or 5 wicks.
Kavitaji, sorry, can you just tilt your, we can't see the wicks. Just, yeah, okay. Thank you.
This lamp has 2 wicks, okay. So importantly, your lamp should be very, very clean because this represents the Devata. The lamp, the oil that you use, the wick that you use has to be extremely clean. Okay. So have a clean lamp and light 2 flames, one to the east or one to the west, or 5, east, south, west, north, and northeast. That is Bhadradeepa. So these 2 are the 2 important ones for lighting lamps in household. So step 1 was physical cleansing. Step 2 is lighting a clean lamp with either 2 flames or 5 flames. Step 3 is dhyana, which is meditating on Devata with the support of dhyana shloka. Dhyana shloka is just for support. Important point is visualizing the Devata as described in the dhyana shloka. Step 4 is Manasa Puja. Step 4 is doing Manasa Puja to the Devata in the lamp. So, step 5 is chanting the 21 verses of Mahishasura-Mardini Stotram. And step 6 is Kshama Prarthana. So I'll repeat. Step 1 is physical cleansing. Step 2 is lighting the lamp. 3 is meditating on the Devata with the support of Dhyana Shloka. Step 4 is doing Manasa Puja to Devata. Step 5 is chanting the 21 verses. And step 6 is Kshamarpanam. While you chant the verse, it is good to have following the rules of the chant. So every line in the verse, do only a short pause. A complete pause happens only at the end of one verse. That is how we need to chant. Okay, so now probably we'll go over the practice. So step 1 is already done, physical cleansing. Step 2, lighting the lamp is also done. The next is meditating on Devata with the support of Dhyana. Om Rektamboje Samasinam Udyat Suryayuda Prabham Pitavastravridam Devim Sarvabharana Bhushitam Neela Kunchitakeshadhyam Prasanna Vadanambujam Vichitra Rekna Khajita Kundala Dhyotitananam Chatushtaya Bhujaklipta Shankharishta Bhayodyadam Sarvalokamayim Devim Dhyayen Mahishamardini. And now we do Manasa Puja. Om Vamapatmana Jalam Kalpayami. Om Lam Prithvyatmana Gandham Kalpayami. Om Ham Akashatmana Pushpam Kalpayami. Om Yam Vayuvatmana Dhupam Kalpayami. Om Ram Agnyatmana Deepam Kalpayami. Om Dhvam Amritatmana Nivedyam Kalpayami. Om Dhvam Amriti Bhava Amrite Amritolbhave Amriteshwari Amritavarshinyamritam Sravaya Sravaya Swaha. So we have invoked Devata, we have given Manasa Puja to Devi, and now we will chant the 21 verses. Om Aigiri Nandini Nandita Medini Vishwavinodini Nandanute Girivaravinthya Shirodhini Vasini Vishnu Vilasini Jishnunute Bhagavati He Shiti Kantha Kudumbini Bhuri Kudumbini Bhuri Krite Jaya Jaya He Mahishasura Mardini Ramyakaparti Shailasute Suravaravarshini Durdharadharshini Durmukhamarshini Harsharade Tribhuvana Poshini Shankaratoshini Kilbishamoshini Khosharade Danujani Roshini Ditisutaroshini Durmadashoshini Sindhusude Jaya Jaya He Mahishasura Mardini Ramyakapardini Shailasude. Ai Jagadamba Madamba Kadamba Vanapriyavasini Hasarate Shikhari Shiromani Tunga Himalaya Shringa Nijalaya Madhyagade Madhu Madhure Madhu Kaidhapa Ganjini Kaidhapa Bhanshini Rasarate Jaya Jaya He Mahishasura Mardini Ramyakapardini Shailasude. Aishada Khanda Vikhandita Runda Vidhundita Shundha Gajadhipate रिपुगजगण्ड विदारण चण्ड पराक्रम शुण्ड मृगाधिपते निजभुजदण्ड निपातित खण्ड विपातित मुण्ड भडाधिपते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते ऐरण दुर्मद शत्रुवधोदित दुर्धर निर्जर शक्तिभृते चतुर विचार धुरीण महाशिवदूत कृत प्रमदाधिपते दुरित दुरीह दुराशय दुर्मति दानवदूत कृतान्तमते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते ऐ शरणागत वैरिवधूवरवीरवराभयदायकरे त्रिभुवनमस्तकशूलविरोधि शिरोधि कृतामलशूलकरे दुमिदुमितामर दुन्दुभिनादमहोमुखरीकृत दिक्मकरे जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते ऐ शरणागत वैरिवधूवरवीरवराभयदायकरे त्रिभुवनमस्तकशूलविरोधि शिरोधि कृतामलशूलकरे धुमिधुमितामर दुन्दुभिनादमहोमुखरीकृत दिक्मकरे जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते ऐ निजहुङ्कृति मात्र निराकृत धूम्रविलोचन धूम्रशते समर विशोषित शोणित बीज समुद्भव शोणित बीजलते शिव शिव शुम्भ निशुम्भ महाहवतर्पित भूत पिशाचरते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते धनुरनुशङ्करणक्षणसङ्ग परिस्फुरदङ्गनटत्कटके कनकपिशङ्क पृषत्कनिशङ्करसद्भटशृङ्गहताबडुके कृतचतुरङ्ग बलक्षितिरङ्ग खडद्बहुरङ्गरटद्बटुके जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते सुरललना ततथेयि तथेयि कृताभिनयोदर नृत्यरते कृतकुकुथ कुकुथो गडधातिकतालकुतूहलगानरते थुतुकुडधुक्कुडधिमिधिमिधध्वनिधीरमृदङ्गनिनादरते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते ऐ जय जप्य जये जय शब्द परिस्तुति तत्पर विश्वनुते क्षण क्षण झिञ्झिमि झिंकृत नूपुर सिञ्चित मोहित भूतपते नटित नटार्थ नटी नटनायक नाटित नाट्य सुगानरते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते ऐ सुमनः 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 सुमनोहर कान्तियुते श्रितरजनीरजनीरजनीरजनीरजनीकरवक्त्रवृते सुनयन विभ्रमर भ्रमर 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 भ्रमराधिपते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते सहित महाहव मल्लमतल्लिक मल्लितरल्लक मल्लरते विरचित वल्लिक पल्लिक मल्लिक चिल्लिक भिल्लिक वर्गवृते शितकृत भुल्ल समुल्लसितारुण तल्लज पल्लव सल्ललिते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते अविरलगण्डगलन्मदमेदुरमत्तमदङ्गजराजपते त्रिभुवनभूषणभूतकलानिधिरूपपयोनिधिराजसुते ऐ सुदनीजदलालसमानसमोहनमन्मथराजसुते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते कमलदलामल कोमलकान्ति कलाकलितामल भाललते सकल विलास कलानिलयक्रमकेलि चलत्कलहंसकुले अलिकुल संकुल कुवलय मण्डल मौलिमिलत् बहुलालिकुले जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते കരമുരളീരവ വീചിത കൂജിത ലജ്ജിത കോകില മഞ്ജുമതേ മിലിത പുളിന്ദ മനോഹര ഗുഞ്ചിത രഞ്ജിത ശൈല നികുഞ്ചഗതേ നിജഗണഭൂത മഹാശബരീഗണ സദ്ഗുണ സംഭൃത കേളിതലേ ജയ ജയ ഹേ മഹിഷാസുരമർദിനി രമ്യകപർദിനി ശൈലസുതേ കടിതടപീത ദുകൂല വിചിത്രമയൂഖ നിരസ്കൃത ചന്ദ്ര കടിതടപീത ദുകൂല വിചിത്രമയൂഖ തിരസ്കൃത ചന്ദ്രരുചേ പ്രണതസുരാസുര മൗലി മണിസ്ഫുരദംശുല സന്നഖ ചന്ദ്രരുചേ ജിതകനകാചല മൗലി മദോർജിത നിർഭര കുഞ്ചര കുംഭകുചേ ജയ ജയ ഹേ മഹിഷാസുരമർദിനി രമ്യകപർദിനി ശൈലസുതേ വിജിത സഹസ്രകരൈക സഹസ്രകരൈക സഹസ്രകരൈകനുദേ കൃതസുര താരക സങ്കര താരക സങ്കര താരക സൂനുസുതേ സുരഥ സമാധി സമാന സമാധി 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 സുജാതരതേ ജയ ജയ ഹേ മഹിഷാസുരമർദിനി രമ്യകപർദിനി ശൈലസുതേ പദകമലം കരുണാനിലയേ വരിവസ്യതിയോനുദിനം സുശിവേ ഐ കമലേ കമലാനിലയേ കമലാനിലയ സകഥം ന ഭവേത് തവ പദമേവ പരം പദമിത്യനുശീലയതോ മമ കിം ന ശിവേ ജയ ജയ ഹേ മഹിഷാസുരമർദിനി രമ്യകപർദിനി ശൈലസുതേ കനകലസത്കലസിന്ധുജലൈരനുഷഞ്ജതി തേ ഗുണരംഗഭുവം ഭജതി സഖിം ന ശചീകുജകുംഭതടീപരിരംഭസുഗാനുഭവം തവ ചരണം ശരണം കരവാണിന താമരവാണി നിവാസി ശിവം ജയ ജയ ഹേ മഹിഷാസുരമർദിനി രമ്യകപർദിനി ശൈലസുതേ തവ വിമലേന്ദുകുലം വദനേന്ദുമലം സമലം തവ വിമലേന്ദുകുലം വദനേന്ദുമലം സകലം നനുകൂലയതേ കിമു പുരുഹൂത പുരീന്ദുമുഖീ സുമുഖീഭിരസൗ വിമുഖീക്രിയത്തെ മമ തു മതം ശിവനാമധനേ ഭവതി കൃപയാ കിമുത ക്രിയത്തെ ജയ ജയ ഹേ മഹിഷാസുരമർദിനി രമ്യകപർദിനി ശൈലസുതേ ഐ മയി ദീന ദയാലുതയാ കൃപയൈവ ത്വയാ ഭവിതവ്യമുമേ ഐ ജഗതോ ജനനീ കൃപയാസി യഥാസി തഥാനുമിതാസി രതേ യദുചിതമത്ര ഭവത്യുരിരീ കുരുതാ ദുരിതാപമപാകരുതേ ജയ ജയ ഹേ മഹിഷാസുരമർദിനി രമ്യകപർദിനി ശൈലസുതേ ഐ മയി ദീന ദയാലുതയാ കൃപയൈവ ത്വയാ ഭവിതവ്യമുമേ ഐ ജഗതോ ജനനീ കൃപയാസി യഥാസി തഥാനുമിതാസി രതേ യദുചിതമത്ര ഭവത്തുരുരീ കുരുതാ ദുരിതാപമപാകുരുതേ ജയ ജയ ഹേ മഹിഷാസുരമർദിനി രമ്യകപർദിനി ശൈലസുതേ ഓം യദക്ഷരപദഭ്രഷ്ടം മാത്രാഹീനം തു യദ്ഭവേത് തത്സർവം ക്ഷമ്യതാം ദേവി പ്രസീദ പരമേശ്വരി. And finally do a complete surrender and namaskara to the Devata.
Thank you, Kavitaji. Thank you so much. I hope everybody has got a good idea of how to chant the stotram. So there were some requests for explanation of the Dhyana Shlokas. So I will briefly cover that. Okay. So the Dhyana Shloka that we have to use for daily use when we are doing daily was what Kavitaji chanted. I'll just go over the meaning of that quickly. Okay. Om Raktam Bahuje Samasinam Udyat Suryayuda Prabha. It's seated, Devi is seated comfortably on a red lotus, and she has the radiance of thousands of suns. Pita Vastravritam Devim Sarvabharana Bhushitam. Devi is dressed in yellow garments, and she is adorned with all ornaments. Neela Kunchita Keshadhyam Prasanna Vadanambujam. She has curly, dark blue locks of hair. Dark blue here refers to black. Okay. So she has curly, dark locks of hair and Prasanna Vadanambujam with a smiling lotus-like face. Vichitra Ratna Khachita Kundala Dyodidanana, whose face is radiant with marvelous gem-studded earrings. Chatushtaya Bhuja Klipta Shankharishtha Bhayodyata. Her 4 hands are equipped with a conch, a discus, the Vara Mudra, and the Abhaya Mudra. Sarva Lokamayim Devi Dhyayen Mahishamardini. The Devi who pervades all the worlds, I meditate upon that destroyer of Mahishasura. Okay, so we are visualizing Devi. She's seated on a red lotus. She is golden in complexion, the color of the rising sun. She's wearing yellow clothes. She's fully decked with ornaments. Special mention is made of her earrings, which are beautiful. She has 4 hands. One hand she's holding the conch. The second hand she's holding the discus, the chakra, Sudarshana chakra. One hand the Abhaya Mudra and one hand the Varada Mudra. And she's smiling, and she is the universal Devi who pervades everything, and she is the killer of Mahishasura. This is how we visualize Devi when we are doing every day. Now there is a second Dhyana Shloka that we can use if we are facing serious troubles. We use it only in those cases. This is not for daily use, because here Devi is in her Raudra Bhava, in her very angry form. So do not use this for daily chanting. So the second Dhyana Shloka is Om Tri Shikha Dalita Rakshod Isha Vakshod Viniryad. So, sorry. Yeah. So, it is the same. So, what that means is, with her trident, with her pointed trident, she has struck the Asura leader. Who's the Asura leader? This is Mahishasura. She has struck the Asura leader in his chest. So, you have to visualize Devi like that. She's very angry. With her Trishulam, she has hit Mahishasura in the chest. And from his chest, blood is gushing out. Bahala Rudiradhara. Blood is gushing out in multiple streams. And what is Devi doing? Divya Madhvira Saugham Vadanam Upanayanti. Like we drink honey. Very sweet. We enjoy drinking honey. Just like that. For Devi, Mahishasura's blood is like honey. And she's drinking it. She's bringing it close to her face. And she's drinking the blood. Just like we drink honey. Upanayanti, Simha Prishtadhiruda. She's sitting on top of her lion. Simha Prishtadhiruda. And then what are we asking her? Haratu Bhagavati me Dukkha Chintam Duranta. Okay, please, O Devi, may this divine Devi remove my sorrowful thoughts, my sorrows, which are arising because of my troubles. Okay. So once again, how are we visualizing Devi? Devi is seated on a lion. There is Mahishasura lying on the ground with her trident. This is just post-killing. Okay, just a few seconds after she has killed him. She has struck him with the shulam. Blood is gushing out and she's drinking that blood. She's completely drenched with Mahishasura's blood. And to that Devi, we're asking her to remove our troubles, our sorrows. Okay. Again, please use this only when faced with very, very difficult circumstances. This is not to be used for daily dhyana. Okay. I think we've covered everything. So then question was, can you chant by looking at the paper? Yes, definitely. Because in the beginning, you have to look and read. But if you do this every day, automatically it'll get memorized. Okay. Then was Abhayam. Abhaya Mudra means giving protection. Abhaya is giving protection. Abhaya, no fear. No fear happens when we know that we are protected. So it is the gesture of protection. And Varada is the granting of boons. She grants boons. Okay, can you explain the significance of the right leg down, left leg fold? Visualize her with her left leg down. The left leg down means material manifestations, material wealth, material prosperity, and all of that. Right leg down is spiritual. Okay, so Because we are householders, it is best to visualize her with her left leg down and right leg folded. Okay. There is no prayoga here. There is absolutely no prayoga. The second dhyana shloka you chant for whatever time you feel is necessary to remove your troubles. There is no days minimum, nothing like that has been discussed. Yeah, Kavita ji, yes, both forms of, the first form of Devi has been shared in the group. The first dhyana shloka for the daily mudras. Please, Shruti ji, look at the photo in the group. Is there a minimum number of times we need to chant? No, it's been covered. Anything else, Kavita ji? All done, right? All done. Okay. So is there then anybody who wants to chant just as a practice? You can put your hand up if you would like to chant. Yes. Sai Ramji, I'll spotlight you. Okay.
Namaste.
Yes. Please go ahead, Sai Ramji. You can chant.
Just from the stotra itself, not the dhyana sloka, right?
Yes, the stotra. The stotra.
Okay, we can go 3 verses per each person because there are more hands up.
Sure. Om Aigiri Nandini Nandita Medini Vishwa Vinodini Nandanute Girivara Vindhya Shirodhini Vasini Vishnu Vilasini Jishnunute Bhagavati He Shitikanta Kutumbini Bhuri Kutumbini Bhuri Krute Jaya Jaya He Mahishasura Mardhini Ramyaka Pardhini Shailasute Suravara Varshini Durdhara Darshini Durmukha Marshini Harsharate Tribhuvana Poshini Sankara Toshini Kilbisha Moshini Ghosharate Dhanuja Niroshini Ditisuta Roshini Durmada Soshini Sindhusute Jaya Jaya He Mahishasura Mardhini Ramyaka Pardhini Shailasute Ai Jagadamba Madamba Kadamba Vanapriya Vasini Hasarate Sikari Siromani Tunga Himalaya Shrunga Nijalaya Madhyagate Madhumadhure Madhu Kaitaba Ganjini Kaitaba Bhanjini Rasarate Jaya Jaya He Mahishasura Mardhini Ramyaka Pardhini Shailasute
Sunilji, you need to unmute.
Yeah, madam. Yeah. Rubhyo Namah. Aishata Kanda Vikandita Runda Vishun Vitundita Shunda Gajadipate Ripugaja Ganda Vicharana Chanda Parakrama Shunda Mrugadipate Nijabuja Danda Nipatita Kanda Vipatita Munda Bhattadipate Jaya Jaya He Mahishasura Mardini Ramyaka Pardini Shailasute ಐರಣ ದುರ್ಮದ ಶತ್ರುವದೋದಿತ ದುರ್ಧರ ನಿರ್ಜರ ಶಕ್ತಿಭೃತೆ ಚತುರ ವಿಚಾರಣ ಧುರೀಣ ಮಹಾಶಿವ ದೂತಕೃತ ಪ್ರಮದಾಧಿಪತೆ ದುರಿತ ದುರೀಹ ದುರಾಶಯ ದುರ್ಮತಿ ದಾನವ ದೂತ ಕೃತಾಂತಮತೆ ಜಯ ಜಯ ಹೇ ಮಹಿಷಾಸುರಮರ್ದಿನಿ ರಮ್ಯಕಪರ್ದಿನಿ ಶೈಲಸುತೆ ಐಶರಣಾಗತ ವೈರಿ ವಧೂವರ ವೀರ ವರಾಭಯದಾಯಕರೇ ತ್ರಿಭುವನ ಮಸ್ತಕ ಶೂಲ ವಿರೋಧಿ ಶಿರೋಧಿ ಕೃತಾಮಲ ಶೂಲಕರೇ ದುಮಿ ದುಮಿ ತಾಮರ ದುಂದುಬಿನಾದ ಮಹೋಮುಖರೀಕೃತ ತಿಗ್ಮಕರೇ ಜಯ ಜಯ ಹೇ ಮಹಿಷಾಸುರ ಮರ್ದಿನಿ ರಮ್ಯಕಪರ್ದಿನಿ ಶೈಲಸುತೆ ಐ ನಿಜ ಹುಂಕೃತಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ನಿರಾಕೃತ ಧೂಮ್ರ ವಿಲೋಚನ ಧೂಮ್ರಶತೆ ಸಮರ ವಿಶೋಷಿತ ಶೋಣಿತ ಬೀಜ ಸಮುದ್ಭವ ಶೋಣಿತ ಬೀಜಲತೆ ಶಿವ ಶಿವ ಶುಂಭ ನಿಶುಂಭ ಮಹಾಹವ ತರ್ಪಿತ ಭೂತ ಪಿಶಾಚರತೆ ಜಯ ಜಯ ಹೇ ಮಹಿಷಾಸುರ ಮರ್ದಿನಿ ರಮ್ಯಕಪರ್ದಿನಿ ಶೈಲಸುತೆ धनुरनुसंग रणक्षण संग परिस्फुरदंग नटत्कटके कनक पिशंग वृषत्क निशंग रसद्भटु शृंग हतावटुके कृतचतुरंग बलक्षितिरंग घटत बहुरंग रटद्भटुके जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते.
So Guruji will give
Okay.
a chance.
Okay, okay, okay.
Am I audible, Radhika ji? सुरललनाथ तथेयि तथेयि कृथाभिनयोद्धर नृत्यरते कृतकुकुथ कुकुथो गडदादिकतालकुतूहलगानरते धुदुकुट धुक्कुट धिन्धिमितध्वनि धीरमृदङ्गनिनादरते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते जय जय जप्य जये जय शब्द परस्तुति तत्पर विश्वनुते झण झण झिंजिमि झिंकृत नूपुर शिंजित मोहित भूतपते नटित नटार्ध नटी नट नायक नाटित नाट्य सुगानरते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते आई सुमनः 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 सुमनोहर कान्तियुते श्रितरजनी रजनी 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 करवक्त्रवृते सुनयन विभ्रमर भ्रमर 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 भ्रमराधिपते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते.
Sahita Mahahava Mallam, sorry, I'll say again. Sahita Mahahava Mallamatallika Mallitarallaka Mallarate Virachitavallika Pallika Mallika Jhillika Billika Vargavrite Shrutakruta Pulla Samullasi Taruna Tallaja Pallava Sallalite Jaya Jaya He Mahishasuramardhini Ramyakapardhini Shailasute. I have made a mistake in the first line. Should I repeat it again or should I continue? I mean,
I
you
did.
know, I should repeat it again, right? Ideally. Okay, sorry. Sahita Mahahava Mallamatallika Mallitarallaka Mallarate Virachita Vallika Pallika Mallika Jhillika Bhillika Vargavrute Shitakruta Pulla Samullasi Taruna Tallaja Pallava Sallilate Jaya Jaya He Mahishasuramardhini Ramyakapardhini Shailasute Avirala Gandagalanmadamedura Mattamatanga Rajapate Gaja. Sorry. How do you say this? Mattamatanga Jarajapate. Right? Mattamatanga
Mattamadanga Gaja Rajapate.
Mattamatanga
Rajapate.
Mattamatanga Jarajapate. Okay. Avirala Gandagalanmada Medura Mattamatanga Jarajapate Tribhuvana Bhushana Bhuta Kalanidhi Rupa Payonidhi Rajasute Aisudajtijana Lala Samanasa Mohana Manmata Rajasute Jaya Jaya He Mahishasura Mardhini Ramyakapardhini Shailasute Kamaladalamal Komala Kanti Kala Kalitamala Bhalalate सकलविलासकलानिलयक्रम केलिचलत्कलहंसकुले अलिकुलसङ्कुलकुवलयमण्डल मौलिमिलद्वलु वकुलालिकुले जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते. I'll repeat this, then I will stop, okay? कमलदलामल कोमल कान्तिकलाकलितामल भाललते सकल विलास कलानिलयक्रम केलिचलत्कलहंसकुले अलिकुल संकुल कुवलय मंडल मौलिमिलद्वकुलालिकुले जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते. Sorry for all the mistakes and repetitions.
Mamta ji, we'll go with you next. Bhavani ji, you need to be in video to practice.
करमुरलीरव वीजित कूजित लज्जित कोकिल मंजुमते करमुरलीरव वीजित कूजित लज्जित कोकिल मंजुमते विमलित पुलिंद मनोहर कुंजित रंजित शैल
Nilita Pulinda.
जगते
Nilita Pulinda.
मिलित पुलिंद करमुरलीरव वीजित कूजित लज्जित कोकिल मंजुमते मिलित पुलिंद मनोहर कुंजित रंजित शैल निकुंजगते निजगन भूत महाशव रीगण सदगनु संभृत कोली केलितले जय जय हे महिषास
Sadguna
गुण संभृत केलितले करमुरलीरव वीजित कूजित लज्जित कोकिल मंजुमते मिलित पुलिंद मनोहर कुंजित रंजित शैल निकुंजगते निजगन भूत महाशबरीगण सद्गुण संभृत केलितले जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते कटितट पीत दुकूल विचित्रमयुख कटितट पीत दुकूल विचित्रमयूख तिरस्कृत चंद्ररुचे प्रणत सुरासुर मौलिमणिस्फुर दंशुल सन्नक चंद्ररुचे कटितट पीत दुकूल विचित्रमयूख तिरस्कृत चंद्ररुचे दंशुल सन्नक चंद्ररुचे. Did I say something wrong?
No, sorry, I missed a couple of words. Go ahead, Ji.
कटितट पीत दुकूल विचित्रमयूख तिरस्कृत चंद्ररुचे प्रणत सुरासुर मौलिमणिस्फुर दंशुल सन्नक चंद्ररुचे चित कनकाचल मौलि मदोचित निर्भर गुंजर कुंभकुचे जय जय हे महिषासुर कुंभकुचे कटितट पीत दुकूल विचित्रमयूख तिरस्कृत चंद्ररुचे प्रणत सुरासुर मौलिमणिस्फुर दंशुल सन्नक चंद्ररुचे चित कनकाचल मौलि मदोचित निर्भर गुंजर कुंभकुचे जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते. Should I continue?
Yeah, you have chanted 3 verses, Ji?
2.
Yeah, take one more.
विजित सहस्रकरैक सहस्रकरैकसहस्रकरैकनुते कृतसुरत विजितसहस्रकरैकसहस्रकरैकसहस्रकरैकनुते कृतसुरतारक संकर तारक संकर तारक सूनुसुते सुर सुरत समाधि समान समाधि 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 सुजातरते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते. Do I need to repeat or is it okay?
No, definitely. Thank you. Yeah, Pavani ji, go ahead. From verse 18.
पदकमलं करुणानिलये वरिवस्यति योनुदिनं सुशिवे अयि कमले कमलानिलये कमलानिलयः स कथं न भवेत् तव पदमेव परं पदमित्यनुशीलयतो मम किं न शिवे जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते कनकलसत्कलसिन्धुजलैरनुषिञ्चति ते गुणरङ्गभुवं भजति स किं न शचीकुचकुम्भतटीपरिरम्भसुखानुभवं तव चरणं शरणं करवाणि नतामरवाणि निवासि शिवम् जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते
Nataamaravani.
नतामरवाणि ओके नतामरवाणि ओके तव विमलेन्दुकुलं वदनेन्दुमलं सकलं ननुकूलयते किमु
One second ji. Vadanendu malam sakalam.
वदनेन्दुमलं सकलं ननुकूलयते किमु पुरुहूतपुरीन्दुमुखी सुमुखीभिरसौ विमुखीक्रियते मम तु मतं शिवनामधने भवती कृपया किमुत क्रियते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते 3 verses come.
Go ahead ji. One more only, no last.
Thank you. अयि मयि दीनदया आलुत कृपयैव त्वया
Dalutaya.
दयालुतया कृपयै
Deenadayalutaya.
दीनदयालुतया कृपयैव त्वया भवितव्यमुमे अयि जगतो जननी कृपयासि यथासि तथानुमिता आसिरते यदुचितमत्र भवत्युररि कुरुतापमपाकुरुते जय जय हे
Durudapamapakurute.
कुरुता can you repeat
Durudapamapakurute. Yaduchidamatra bhavattururi kuruta durudapamapakurute.
यदुचितमत्र भवत्युररि कुरुता
Durudapamapakurute.
दुरुतापमपाकुरुते ओके जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते
Thank you. Thank you so much, Pavani ji. So thank you for doing the couple of chants along and practicing along. Hope all your questions are also clarified. We tried to answer most of the questions which have come in. If there is something left out, please write and get it clarified. Thank you. Vandem Guru Parampara. We'll close.